Hello and welcome to Introduction to Epistemology. Today we are going to discuss knowledge and achievement. So, first we have to understand that when we talk about knowledge, it is a cognitive success because of someone's cognitive ability. And Greco in 2009 pointed out that about knowledge, if someone have the idea of knowledge, it is the actually when someone have the idea, then it become a kind of cognitive achievement. And I give one example about the hitting the target, like the story of Archie that hit the target, and what has happened, because we call it as achievement thesis, because she hit the target, and she able to get the success because of hitting the target without any interference or independent of any other thing. What does it mean that the ability is independent of other factors, like for example that she hit the bullseye, and that because of his own achievement, she practiced a lot, she did a lot of exercise, and she used a lot of archery abilities to hit the target rather than merely or rather than a luck. So when we talk about the achievement or knowledge and achievement, we always consider that someone, if they achieve the target or if someone achieves something, it considered as knowledge. Like archery get the target by hitting the bullseye because of her skills, and that skills she practiced or she learned from somewhere, and then rather than any luck is involved. But the problem with the thesis of this is the problem with, like for example, they don't discuss about motivational factor. As we already mentioned that Archie get her success because of her skills, but in achievement thesis, the philosopher does not discuss about the motivation as a factor, because sometimes someone is motivational, and that motivational state, maybe she get the success because of her motivation rather than the skills. So that is not discussed in achievement thesis. So that is actually a problem in the achievement thesis. That's why the introduction of another thesis, which is known as KA thesis, is given. And according to the definition, when achievement thesis is combined with the robust virtue epistemology, and in the previous slide we already discussed the factors in robust virtue epistemology, like different intellectual values in intellectual virtues, critical thinking and pursuit of truth, and intellectual flourishing. So when these factors are involved with the achievement thesis, then it can call as KA thesis, which is known as knowledge as achievement thesis. So that explains the story. And in the next slide, if you see that if knowledge is simple a type of achievement, then the achievement is finally valuable, and then it immediately follows that knowledge is also valuable. So it means if someone achieved the target, like Archie achieved the bullseye and she hit the target, so it means that her achievement is valuable, and it means that the knowledge that she get to hit the target is also valuable. So if you see in the picture, like I mentioned, P1, P2, which is, you can say that propositions like achievements are success because of the ability, which is the definition of which is known as achievement thesis. And the proposition 2 is also explained as knowledge, which is a cognitive success, is because of the cognitive ability. It is defined as robust virtue epistemology. So when we talk about knowledge, knowledge is also a cognitive achievement. So you can see that from proposition 1 and proposition 2, we get a conclusion 1 that knowledge is cognitive achievement, because we already discussed that it's knowledge is a cognitive success, and actually we already discussed that achievement is also a success because of the ability. So when we combine two propositions P1 and P2, we get the conclusion that knowledge is also a cognitive achievement, and it is explained as KA thesis. And when the achievement is finally valuable, we call it value of achievement thesis. So at the end, knowledge has the final value. So we get two conclusions, as knowledge as cognitive achievement, and then knowledge has final value because of the achievement, which is called as value of achievement thesis. So thank you so much for today's lecture. Hope to see you again.